Matthew chapter 27, verse 46, Jesus is on the cross, and he cries out in a loud voice. His prayer is, "God, why have you forsaken me?" And again in Hebrews chapter 5, verse 7, we read that during Jesus' time on earth, he prayed loud, crying out to God prayers in loud voices. And then also with tears, the verse adds. So how do we apply that? I think it tells us that God invites us to cry out in a loud voice to him. I mean, when you pray, do you ever use a loud voice to cry out to him? It's in times of pain, so it's really a release in some ways, sharing a burden. It's crying out to our loving Heavenly Father when we're struggling in a loud voice with tears. So there's emotional freedom to share with God in prayer as well. But that crying out, it comes from deep in the soul, and it can result in a very loud voice. When have you done that lately? And what about today? For me, that's part of my time with God, but I'm careful to pay attention to who's around. So my favorite place to do that is actually in the car. It works better on the freeway than in the city because a couple times I've done it and then checking over to my side, and you just don't want to, draw attention. It can look a little weird. Don't want someone to call 911. But on a freeway, I just feel the freedom to cry out to God with my pain and share those burdens with him. And so I encourage you today to find a place. It could be in the wilderness. It could be by a lake where you have some privacy, and go loud with God in prayer. He hears us when we're quiet, but express that to him from the depths of your being, like Jesus, who cried out in a very loud voice.